Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. One of the biggest questions in everyone's minds is, are electrical planes possible? We have seen the rise of electrical bikes, electrical cars, and even electrical buses with a massive bump in the rear end. Anyways, the question main arises here is, are electrical planes possible? Well, before that I wanted before that I want you to know that the air travel is the most power consuming, or I should say fuel demanding, means of transport. Now consider a typical Boeing 777. It consumes around 7 to 8 tons of jet fuel per hour. Now and the funny thing is, it is considered to be one of the most fuel efficient aircraft. Now let's get to the cheesy part of the video. Energy density. What is energy density? Now energy density in simple words is simply the amount of energy you get by burning 1 kilogram of fuel. Now for perspective, the jet fuel, or also known as the kerosene, gives us 43 megajoules of energy per kilograms, whereas the best of the best lithium battery which we have right now can produce 1 megajoule of power per kilogram. Now even if you know a basic of math, you know that you need 43 times more of lithium ion to produce the same amount of energy produced from just a single kilogram of jet fuel. Now the reason why this is more kind of impossible for airplanes is because of the simple flight forces. Now consider an airplane with a steady flight path. You'll notice that an airplane flies when the force of lift is equal to the force of its own weight. Now there are two more forces if you are curious: thrust and drag. Thrust is which propels the aircraft in forward direction, and thrust, simply the drag force, is the opposing force of the thrust. Now to understand this concept a bit more in detail, when the weight is increased, as we know, we need more lithium batteries, we need more thrust, and to have more thrust, to compensate that, we need more flight power, more flight speed. To give more flight speed, you need again more batteries, which again increases the weight. So it's just not possible, and that's the end of the video. So by this simple analogy, we come to know that electric planes are not happening. So that's it guys, thank you for watching, and I'm gonna end the video here. No, seriously, I thought to end the video here, but I wanted to introduce you to the world's first general purpose electronic computer, which was introduced on February 14th, 1946. This computer was size of a large room. It was around 30 tons and it was 8 feet tall, and it consisted of 18,000 vacuum tubes, 70,000 resistors, and 10,000 capacitors. Phew, that was world's first general purpose electronic computer, also known as the ENIAC. Imagine that weight, 30 tons. And now modern day we have our laptops, which are way more powerful. So this thing got me. So the improvement from that ENIAC 30 tons of computer to just laptops, which literally means they can sit easily on your laps. So when that was introduced, the ENIAC, no one have maybe even thought for a second that we will have laptops one day. So that got me thinking that I think electric planes are possible. Now this exact evolution of this computer got me thinking maybe electric planes are kind of possible, right? To put simply, the size of this 30 tons of monster was reduced to our laptops due to the three amazing, brilliant inventions. Number one is transistor and integrated circuit, and number three is microprocessors. Now keep these three things, now keep these three inventions in your mind because it will be discussed later. I think there are three possible ways which electric planes could be possible in the near future. I think number one should be the solar power battery. Now you know, as solar power is extremely used in big industries, massive industries, and better for the environment. The cons of having the solar power the cons of having solar power planes is that it again further increases the weight of the plane, which we don't want, and the operations will be limited to just daytime. As it gets night, we are in big trouble. And furthermore, a big disadvantage is it will have a quick discharge compared to charging. The time it is getting charged, it will get more fastly discharged, as we discussed earlier that aviation is the most power demanding industry. Number two, I think next is wireless charging. Now you may have seen this with your iPhones or smartwatches, the wireless charging concept. Now this wireless device could charge your phone even if it is further away from your phone. So the cons. Once again, we run into the same problem that we will have a quick discharge compared to charging. And further worst disadvantage is our altitude and our range are extremely limited. Number three, nanotechnology. I think this is the best and most possible and practical approach for having electrical airplane. Remember we discussed earlier the three groundbreaking innovations. The transistor, it replaced the vacuum tubes, making more cheaper, more reliable and more efficient computers. And then we had integrated circuits. The integrated circuits, as the name suggested, integrated circuit, it consists of transistor, resistor and capacitor. A single integrated circuit helped reduced much size for a computer and made it more efficient and more powerful. And last, microprocessor. Microprocessor is a game changer as it is almost a chip sized of a functional part of a computer. So in any way, if we could downsize furthermore the lithium ion batteries into almost a chip size, there is high possibilities that it could happen with maybe even more reduced weight. Unfortunately, by the time I'm making this video, I'm limited by the resources and technology. I think in near future it is possible by the means of nanotechnology that we can obtain an electric aircraft. Though for now I can 100% surely say that the international flights for big aircrafts, Airbus A320 or maybe so on and so forth, can't be possible for now at least. You may have seen the Alpha Electro airplane. That was a huge success. But considering it is still a small aircraft and it has a limited air range, I won't say it is 100% impossible, but some few adjustments are to be made. For example, you may know the formula for lift. The formula for lift is coefficient of lift, also you can say that as the angle of attack, times half of the density times velocity square times wing area, or A or S, whatever you denote it by. So we can do this by reducing our altitude so that we have more density of air, so less thrust is required, increasing the wing area so we can generate more lift, and reducing the payload of the aircraft. So I won't say it is completely impossible. It is extremely difficult for international flights. So this was my effort of trying to figure out if electric planes are possible, which I think kind of they are possible in near future. As of now, I don't think so. I hope you learned something new from this video, which would be extremely appreciated. You can show your gratitude by hitting the like button and subscribing to my channel. And yeah, until then, keep learning about this all stuff, and if you can, share this with me, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.